What's up, Diego? Yeah, they're making me wait until tomorrow, too. I'm a little pissed off. Okay. Yeah, Ninja Gaiden was a lot of fun. I need to actually go through and finish it. Man, I got a long mustache hair. There it is. Maybe. Yeah, like keeps sucking up into my nose and tickling the shit out of my nose. Oh man, it's irritating the shit out of me. Oh my god, she is starting to piss me the fuck off, dude. Oh my god! What the fuck was that? Every time, dude. Oh my god, man. Oh, I don't know. try this. Okay. Oh my god! What the fuck, dude? I swear. It's like different every time. See? Different every fucking time. Oh my god, this is fucking horseshit, dude. Okay, yeah, I did. my god, dude, see, different. Oh my fucking god, dude. Oh, dude, fucking die! Hi, Bubba. Yeah, you can't be having my Red Bull, though. Yeah, you wanna watch me play? Hold on. He's down here. What the? Oh my god, dude. Oh my god! There we go. Dude, come on, man. Dude. I like it how it just chooses when and where it's gonna send me when I dodge. Like instead of like curving around her like I sometimes do, I'll shoot off this way and just totally break contact with her. You gotta be fucking shitting me, man. I hate it when games do this, dude. Let's just make a boss that's ridiculously hard. Oh, okay. Dude. Oh my fucking god, man. You've gotta be shitting me. Dude. When she gets to that phase, I don't even get an opportunity to swing my weapon. She just keeps teleporting around. Oh my god, dude. About damn time. Those poison darts, bro, are something else. They are fucking OP. Exit.
Calm down. Why would I lock you up? She...
What about the doctor?
Adremalec. Why are you mentioning...
Is there...
No.
Just as I suspected. He had everyone's... It was...
That...
I thought...
Why?
I need to... please... Please.
Okay.
What do you want to learn? Is everything done?
Greetings, stranger.
I have a question.
For me? Sure. Go ahead.
No. It's about Dr. Adremelek. Did he put humans in cages?
Oh. So, it's about human error, insufficient authority, failed to provide relevant information. I'm afraid there's not much I can do about this question.
I see.
Well, that's quite a revelation. Greetings, stranger. Transaction.
You're back. Please, get some... You're still heading back to...
Oh, it's... Swing by again.
Winnie! Oh shit, hold on, I gotta catch up. Happy, nerd work today was crazy. Winnie, what's up? What happened at work today?
What do you need, dear customer? May your...
Yeah, that when you get retail, you get people that are fucking stupid, dude. Foot is itchy. So I used to work at the Dollar Tree a long time ago, dude, and I would get people that would come in and be like, "How much is this?" Like it's the fucking Dollar Tree, dude. Take a wild guess. It says right on the fucking window, everything's $1. Well, you never know. Could be $1.50. No, everything is $1. Well, maybe it's $1.25. Nope, everything is a motherfucking dollar, dude. $1. $1. Well, you never know, man. With inflation, they be raising the prices on everything. You just never know these days. No, it says right on the store is literally called Dollar Tree. Everything is a motherfucking dollar. It says it right there. Big, bold, ghetto-ass yellow letters. Everything is $1. Well, I mean, you know, things happen. Look at them Arizona iced teas. They used to be 98 cents. Now they's 99. They're still under a fucking dollar. If you're at the Dollar Tree, bro, and you're asking how much something is, you got more important things going on in your life that you need to go and take care of. I don't get it. What do you mean everything is $1? I just don't understand it. How can everything... So can I buy the store for $1? Then everything ain't $1, huh? Can I buy that cash register for $1? So I used to work at the gas station, right? And the gas station that I worked at this point in my life was like a main stop for a lot of people going up to Lake Tahoe for the weekend, right? And I'm not gonna lie, and I'm not like saying this to like fluff my ego, or you know, I'm not saying I'm Brad Pitt or anything. I don't know what it is about being a gas station attendant, but I used to have women hit on me all the fucking time. I don't know if it was because like I was younger and I had all my teeth, and you know, I understand that I'm not Brad Pitt, but I do know that I am I was fairly attractive at one before all the kids and the extra 125 pounds and the gray hair. And you know, the illegal chemical addictions that I spent years fighting off. But it's like I have my wedding ring on, and it was just, dude, all the fucking time, dude, all the time. And I don't know if it was because I don't know why. It was something about being a gas station attendant, because it happened at every gas station that I went to. And I'm not gonna lie, it was to the point where it was like uncomfortable. Like I would have women that would reach over the counter and they would grab me by my collar and they would pull me in and like bite my neck and shit. It was very uncomfortable. One time I was stocking shelves and a chick came in and put her hand down my pocket and like started pulling me, and I was like, what the fuck are you doing? It's very uncomfortable. But it wasn't because it was like me, it was just like something about being a gas station attendant. It was like Spanish fly, dude, I swear. But it was very uncomfortable at times. Like women can be very aggressive in that department, especially if they're a little tipsy and they've got a couple of drinks in them. Stay away from me. Or, so check this out, right? I had this girl working for me, and she was forced on me by management. Management made me hire her. I didn't want to hire her because when you go through a process of hiring people over a certain period of time, you start to learn about like red flags. And one red flag that this girl had on her application was she worked at one job. There was like 10 years of no work. And then she had another job for like 30 days. She didn't have kids and she wasn't married. And she was like in her 30s, so I know it wasn't like college or anything. Plus, there were physical characteristics about her that told me she was very... let's just say I could tell that she had been addicted to some narcotics at some point in her life, okay? So, I think she was sleeping with my boss at the time, because he was kind of a dirtbag, and I really didn't like him that much. He was probably the worst district manager I ever had. He was very horrible at his job. He had a short fuse, and he was very egotistical, very narcissistic. So, I'm pretty sure that she came from another store and they were like banging each other, and he was like cheating on his wife with her, because she was a horrible candidate, dude. I had 3 other candidates that were like, I want to hire these people right now. So my boss makes me hire her, and she was not, how do I say this without getting in trouble? She was not pretty, dude. She was very pudgy. And like some thicker girls can look really sexy and cute, she was not one of them. She looked like the opposite of an hourglass, dude. Like a fucking, she was shaped like a diamond. And she, very heavy on the makeup, which is something that you don't typically want to hire somebody that is very heavy into makeup. For whatever reason, I found out throughout the years, women who apply makeup very heavily have a lot of, and I'm not talking like a little bit of lipstick and some eyeliner. I'm talking like they cake their face and shit. There's usually a lot of emotional baggage that comes with that, and as an employer, you don't want to deal with it. I have a bunch of shit about dudes too. This is just for the sake of the story, but she, we hire her. And dude, within a couple of weeks, I hear her. I already suspect her of stealing shit. And when she's at the store by herself, I was already in the process. I had caught her letting people walk out of the store with fucking beer and food, and she would just like pretend to look the other way, like, you know, like she was in on it. Or like they would fill up a shopping cart and then she would have to go clean the bathroom as they're walking out. You know what I mean? Like that kind of shit. And there was this dirtbag piece of shit dude that came in one day, and I was speaking with the marketing manager for Coca-Cola one day. He came in because they come in like once every 6 months, and they survey all the stores and all that stuff. And we were sitting there bullshitting, and I see this dude walk in the store, and I'm like, all right, you know, there's another employee up there besides her. They've got it. I didn't know that other employee went out on break, and it was an employee that I trusted. She was out back talking on the phone to her husband, because her husband was in the Air Force or something. Yeah, he was in the Air Force, and I think he was in Germany or something. And this tweaker-ass dude comes walking in, and he's over by the oil, and you know, that you can tell when they're doing the dance, you know, and they're playing like invisible banjos and shit, and they're just trying to bite their own ear off, and you know, they're wearing a big ass puffy jacket, and it's like 140 degrees outside, and you know what I mean? They're like, you know, you can just tell. I mean, there are not so subtle clues that give this kind of information away. And this dude's got a huge puffy jacket on. It's like 11 in the morning. It's already like 97, 98 degrees. It's fucking hotter than hell. And this dude's dressed like he's getting ready to go on a polar expedition, through the Antarctic or something. And next thing, I catch him kind of going to the bathroom, and then he walks out without his jacket on like a few minutes later. But I'm reading reports that the marketing manager is showing me, so I'm like trying to maintain focus on this because we were getting ready to do a major shift. And he has his jacket off, and he's holding it like he wrapped it, and he's holding it up by the collar like this, and he's holding it out in front of him, and he just beelines out of the store. And I was like, what the hell? So I walk in, and I was like, all right, dude, I'm sorry. I gotta go check this out really quick. So I go into the bathroom, and this guy had taken all kinds of different types of oil. Synthetic, non-synthetic, 5W30, 10W40, all these different types of oil. Took them in, which is, you can't do that already. You can't do that. You can't mix synthetic and non-synthetic in a fucking car engine. It has to either be one or the other. And so he takes them all into the bathroom, and I don't know why he did this. He took the garbage bag out of the garbage. He emptied it all over the floor. Then he poured all of the jugs of oil into the bag, tied off the bag, wrapped his jacket around it, and went walking out with it. And I was like, what the fuck, dude? And I asked my cashier, I was like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, that's like $400 worth of oil he just stole. You know, it was like 20 bottles. It was damn near a whole fucking case. And this was like 12 years ago, dude. So it was like $20 a bottle back then, $15 to $20 a bottle. And I was like, and she was like, oh, well, I didn't see. And I was like, how the fuck did you not see a dude walk out of here with hundreds of dollars worth of fucking motor oil in a garbage bag under his coat? Like, how did you not hear him throwing, because the bathroom at the time, the wall was on the other side of my office, and my office was like an open area, and that's where the registers were at, which sucked because every time I'm doing paperwork and people come in, it's like, hey manager, what are you doing, you lazy piece of shit? Why are you just sitting there? Which already is a whole different story that, dude, I could never just sit there and do paperwork without some inbred cousin humping hillbilly piece of shit being like, hey, look at this lazy guy, you fucking lazy McLazy. Anyway, so I get his license plate and take pictures of his car. We report it and all that other stuff. And I was like, and I was talking to her, and I was like, how did you not see a big old garbage bag hanging out of the bottom of his coat with just oil dripping all over my fucking store because there was a hole in the bag? And she was like, I don't know. And I was like, look, I understand if you don't want to do anything, I will. I don't give a shit. I will hunt them down in my car and run them over. I don't care. I've done it before. And she was like, I don't know. And I was like, okay, so you were in on it. You waited until specifically I was preoccupied and the other employee was out on a break, and you fucking texted this dude to have him come in here and do that while you were up front by yourself. Because it doesn't happen when I'm up there. It doesn't happen when she's up there. It doesn't happen when he's up there. It only happens when you're fucking up here. And she was like, I don't like being accused, blah, blah, blah. I swear to God, like 4 days later, I had a woman that I'd never seen before come into my store. She was like, I want to speak to the manager. And I was like, but she was like being bitchy. So already I was like, oh my God, a Karen. And I thought it was my other nighttime employee who was always smoking weed in front of the store. And I told him, dude, like, look, I get it. Like, I'm not getting the cream of the crop when it comes to employees. Keep that shit out back, dude. Do not be smoking weed in the front of my fucking store where kids come up and go shopping. Stop doing it. You're just singling me out. No, it's because you were smoking illegal fucking narcotics in front of my store, and I've got 6, 7, and 8-year-olds walking up fucking asking, hey, what's that smell? That's not a cigarette. Anyway, a lady comes in and she's got a young child with her, probably 4 years old, 5 years old, somewhere in there. She was like, you know, can I speak to you? And I was like, yes, unfortunately, we need to stay here in the store. I can't go outside with you, and that's just for protection on my part because there are no cameras or audio out there, and I can't put myself in a bad situation like that. We need to stay where the cameras can see us. And she was like, okay, that's fine. She was like, I just thought you'd want to know that I came in here last night with my daughter, and one of your employees was talking about how her husband is in prison for raping a 6-year-old boy, and her other boyfriend is on the Megan's Law registry, and she went into detail about what the crimes were, and I had to explain all this stuff to my child because my child heard these she was like talking about it with customers in line, like, oh yeah, like very graphic, very detailed. And I was like, oh my God, I am so sorry. Immediately I called corporate and was like, I just got a complaint about this employee was talking about how her husband went into very detail at the cash register where everybody could hear it in front of a child. And they were like, so, we don't care. And I was like, really? Like, I can't discipline her for vulgarity or anything? Nope. Dude, I swear, they set me up so much like this. And I was like, you guys get pissed when I don't run my store, when I let the employees just go and do whatever. But then when I try to instill discipline like this, you guys are like, nope, we're not going to back you up. All right, fuck you guys then. Because there was another incident where the kid that was smoking weed out in front one night, the very first time Trump got elected, he was talking, I'll slit his throat and I'll stab, like he was going off in front of customers. And I had like 12 customer complaints the next day come in and repeat all of it. Like this went on for like 2 hours, just him like, I'll get my pew pew and I'll do this to him and I'll do that to him and anybody that supports him. And I was like, dude, you cannot be talking about politics at the fucking register. I don't care who you support. I don't care where you're at. As soon as you come in that door, shut the fuck up. Because this is a business, dude. Well, you're encroaching on my freedom of speech. No, this is private property. He literally quit, and his mom, this was a 40-year-old man, and his mom came in and was like, I need to speak to you outside. I said, no, absolutely not. We can speak right here where the cameras are at and where the audio can hear us. And she was like, she straight up yelled in the store, do you want me to tell everybody about all the marijuana you drank and all the alcohol you smoked? And everybody in the store started laughing. And I was like, and you wonder why I don't want to go outside with you. I'm sorry, I don't feel like having somebody accuse me of assault and battery or something today. That's not happening. And you're already proving my point. She was like, if you don't come outside and talk to me, I'm going to call corporate and tell them about all the alcohol you've been smoking. And I was like, your son literally has weed plants in his room and you're accusing me of smoking alcohol. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And at the time, like, I'm allergic to weed. I can't. The last time I had any sort of THC was like 15 years ago, and I got taken to the fucking hospital. It does something to my heart, and it fucks my heart up. So I was like, oh yeah, okay. All this pot I've been drinking, huh? That I'm fucking really extremely allergic to. Yep. And yeah, and all the alcohol that I hate drinking. I hate alcohol, but yet I drink it all the damn time. And she like started talking to me about it. And I was like, I'm sorry, I cannot discuss any employees with people that do not work for this company. And that pissed her off so much. And that's the kind of shit that you deal with on a daily basis in retail, dude. That's why I fucking hate retail. Retail is, people don't understand how hard retail actually is. Especially in this day and age where the customers think that they're fucking, the sky is red, you dumbass. You know what I mean? Like this insane level of stupidity that just bleeds through modern day public is just mind-numbingly fucking toxic. Like another time I had this lady working for me. Dude, she was like the fucking, I still talk to her like once, like around Christmas time, I still message her and say like Merry Christmas and shit, because her and her husband were a big part of my life back then. You know, he was like a veterinarian, and we had a shit ton of animals, so I was always calling him about something with our ducks, or our chickens, or our rabbits, or our dogs, or our fucking cats, or our not our ptarmigans, another type of bird that we had, I can't remember the name of it, but she was like Turkish or something. Yeah, she was Turkish. And, dude, sweeter than fucking sugar, dude. She would rot the teeth out of sugar. She was so fucking sweet. In California, like in 2017, they changed the law. It was like July 7th, 2017. You had to be 21 to buy any sort of nicotine products. So, I made it a personal rule for my store. We ID everybody every time. Corporate actually liked my idea so much, they implemented it as a company policy, and if you are caught not doing it, it's an automatic termination. My store was the only store within 400 miles that had never had an incident with, and they had like 212 stores at the time, and my store was the only store within that range that never, while I was manager, never got dinged for underage sales of anything. Like the ATF and the DEA wouldn't even fuck with my store because they knew how strict I was. Usually they would go to like Quick Stop or Jiffy Mart, and they would do that whole thing where they send a 16-year-old kid in to go buy liquor or some shit. And they were like, nope. And I'd get into fistfights in the parking lot over it, because you'd get these grumpy ass old fucks that, I ain't gonna show you my ID. All right, fuck you then. Get out of my fucking store, dude. You're not gonna come in here and disrespect my employees and act like a fucking punk. And she was at the register one day. This was like right at the beginning of COVID. And this grumpy old piece of shit comes in. He's like 60 years old. And she's like, oh, can I see your ID, please? And she ID'd the old man right before him, who was like 90 fucking years old, for a pack of Pall Mall non-filters. And he was like, it's out of the fucking car. I don't feel like going and getting it. Just ring my shit up. And I overheard this, because I got very defensive and protective of my employees. I treated them like my kids. I immediately, like, my ears pricked up, and I was sitting there listening for a second, and she's usually really good at diffusing situations because she was so fucking nice, you know what I mean? And she was like, I'm sorry, sir, I cannot, I have to see ID. And he was like, what do you say? He said, fuck you, bitch, my daughter used to run this thing. And immediately I popped over and was like, is there a problem, sir? Yeah, what the fuck is this? My daughter managed this store back when it was Steve's Cheaper. And I was like, well, it ain't Steve's Cheaper anymore. And I'm the fucking manager. So what's the issue? And he was like, you're nothing but a punk ass piece of shit. And immediately I was like, get out, get the fuck out of my store. You'll be getting a call from corporate. Go ahead, call them. Call them about how you got hostile with my employee because you refused to show your ID. And then he picked up his 18-pack of beer, and he fucking like went to throw it at me, but the cardboard handle broke, and it hit her in the hand and fucking broke her finger. And oh, dude, I lost my shit. I actually almost lost my job over that incident. But we were able to turn it like I was defending her. He tried to assault us first. I did what corporate told me to do. You know, and it was a fucking scary situation because, you know, he's just some old bitter drunk that just got off work in his work shirt. No less. Like in his company truck. Like, bro, what are you doing, dude? It's not that big a deal, dog. Just show your fucking ID. It's to protect us from pieces of shit like you. But when people tell me that working a retail job is easy, I laugh in their face because it's not. Working retail isn't physically hard. No, it is not. By any means, it is not physically hard. What is hard is when you want to be a good employee and some dirtbag meth head tweaker comes in and starts calling you every name in the book, and like your mom just died, so you're kind of going through it, but you still want to be a good employee, so you still show up anyways, and then, yo, you piece of shit, you're retard, man, look at me, I'm on welfare, I'll pay your taxes, you know what I mean? You know, and then you gotta like just bite your tongue on all that shit, and then like you gotta worry about if some fucking homeless whack job is gonna follow you to your house or not. Like I've had that happen a couple of times. Had some fucking junkie follow me back to my house and just got out of my fucking car and been like, fucking, what's up, dude? It was a lot scarier than people think it is, especially working at gas stations and stuff. I mean, dude, it can get wild because people are so, they get so far up into their head that they come rolling into fucking Dollar Tree like we should roll out the red carpet for them. And I got $4.99, brother. I'm spending all the money here. You need to kiss my ass. Like, fuck you. Get the fuck out of my store. You still got a fucking needle hanging out of your arm, you piece of shit. Go back to pissing behind the building like you were 10 minutes ago and then falling asleep in it. But that's just, it's mentally straining. And when you tell people that, they kind of like laugh, like, mentally straining? What do you mean mentally straining? That's not even a thing. It is. And when you have, especially if you're working in a place like, let's say you're working at like a Safeway or something, and you just don't fit in with that group of people, you know what I mean? There's always that group of people at every fucking job where they're all friends and they all hang out and they're all buddy with you or with each other, and you're not like one of them, so you always get fucked over for promotions and everything. And like, oh hey Jeff, guess what? You're working Christmas morning. Like, no bro, sorry, I can't. I'll work Christmas evening, but I got 5 kids. Well, Johnny over here is going skiing, so he needs the morning off. Johnny's fucking 18 years old and only works 2 fucking days a week. I work 60 hours this week already. I'm not coming in. Well, good luck in the unemployment line. You know, that's another aspect of it too right there. If you don't get along, if you're not a part of that in crowd, your life can be a living fucking hell. Well, you're just, you know, it's like, dude, the thing that used to drive me the craziest, right, is, you know, being like like 38 years old, right? And I'm at a job that I've been at for like 4 or 5 years. And then some punk ass 19-year-old piece of shit comes in and gets promoted up and over you because his closeted fucking boyfriend is upper management, so he gets bumped up the line instead of you, you know, like that favoritism shit. And then you get into an argument with that dude one day, you know, a couple months down the road, and you just need to put in your time. Like, when people say that, it makes me want to knock their fucking teeth out of their skull, dude. Like, you are a fucking baby. And, like, I've been at this job since before you hit puberty. And you want to come in here and tell me I need to put in the time? Put in your time? Ooh, that irks me so bad. You just need, just put in a little more time. What, sucking dick, you fucking piece of shit? Anyway. You'll find that out later on down the road, Happy. Like, don't, like, this is all shit that you'll see over the years. You'll see it come and go over the years. But just don't let it get to you. You just need to put in the time, bud. What? But like I said, every job has its ups and has its downs. I don't know why I went on a rant about that tonight. Probably because, you know, it always bugged me when you would get some blue collar dude that, you know, would come in, like these blue collar dudes would come into my store and act like my job was fucking easy or something. Yeah, there were days where shit was easy. I ain't gonna lie. You know, there were days where it didn't even feel like I was at work. It just felt like I was hanging out with my friends. I had quite a few days like that. But there are also some of those days where it's just like, dude. And I'm lucky I got out of retail right before camera phones became a thing and everybody tried getting YouTube famous. Like, I can't even begin to fathom how bad people at retail jobs have it now, when every dirtbag piece of shit comes into your store and they're like, say that again, huh? Say that again, huh? I got you on camera. I got you on the camera phone, bitch. I got you on the camera phone, bitch. Say it again. Huh? Well, you gonna do about it now. You ain't talking all that shit that you was a minute ago. That's because I wasn't talking shit a minute ago. You're just acting like a dirtbag. Because you got a camera phone out and you're trying to make it seem like I was doing something I wasn't because you're trying to get a fucking free payout. I had that happen to me one time. Well, okay, no, I take that back, twice. It happened to me twice. One time at my old, the last gas station that I managed, like the last week I was working there, there was this tweaker ass couple that came in and they just started getting hella like crazy with me, and I caught them trying to steal shit, and they went out to their fucking phone and their cameras or their car and got their phones, and that's, I was just like, yep, I am so over this, like 12 years or whatever of doing this kind of work is done. And then it happened to me one time when I was working for Pepsi. I was a merchandiser for Pepsi, and what a merchandiser does is they basically truck chase, and once a truck does a delivery at a store, you know, I drive my personal car around and I follow the big truck around. I go in and I stock the store, and then I have a few other stores that are on my route, and you know, I go in, I face all the product, and stock all the shelves, put product in the back room and all that. That's pretty much all I do. And one time I was at a Target in the city, and I'm sitting there just stacking, you know, 6-packs out on the shelf, getting ready for the summer display. And I've got my little pallet in the aisle, and I'm just throwing up the whole entire pallet. The whole entire pallet's gonna go up on the shelf. And this crazy ass lady came out of nowhere, dude. Dude, she put her phone like literally right in my face like this, like to the point where I was like, excuse me, miss, like, is there an issue? Like, can I help you with something? And she was like, yeah, you didn't help me. And I was kind of confused because nobody had come up to me and said anything. And I was like, help you with what? And she was like, well, you need to help me. And I was like, help you with what? I'm not understanding the question. And she said, well, I need you to tell me where, like, the umbrellas or something were at. And I was like, ma'am, I don't work here. I don't work here. And she was still filming me the whole time. She was like, yes, you do. You're putting product on the shelf. You're refusing. I am the customer. I am always right. And she was like, manager! Manager! She started screaming manager in the store. And I was like, what the? Am I being punked right now? Because a lot of times, you know, you would go to stores, and if you got to know them well enough, they would kind of fuck with you a little bit as like, you know, hey, you're one of us. If the stores didn't like haze you a little bit, that means they didn't like you. But if they hazed you a little bit and they pulled like little pranks here and there on you, that means they felt comfortable enough with you being around and liked you around. So it was, you know, a good thing. And I started freaking out because I was like, oh shit, I don't know what's going on. She was like, you're refusing to help me, manager. I want this man fired. And this dude Cody came over and he was like, miss, can I help you with something? And Target out here, all the Targets have security guards now, like armed security guards. And they come walking up too. And one of them's kind of giving me the side eye like I did something wrong. And I was like, I don't know what the fuck is going on. And she was like, he's refusing to help me. And you've got poor customer service here. And even that dude Cody, who's like a floor manager, he was even like, man, he don't work here. He's stocking the shelves. That means he works here. And he was like, dude, and I wore a shirt, but with a big ass Pepsi logo on the back. And you know, the Pepsi symbol right here, I'm wearing, the shirt is Pepsi blue, and I've got my name in like Pepsi colors. And I have my Pepsi hat on. And I was like, ma'am, I don't work here. I work for Pepsi. And she was like, no, you work with Pepsi. And she just like flipped out because she accused me of not helping her. And she legitimately tried to get me fired. is just retail is wild, dude. Okay, that's the highest electricity. Dude, what the fuck are you supposed to do right here? I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to do here, dude. Oh my god, dude. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh, dude. try this once or twice, and if I can't get it, then... Wow. Are you fucking kidding me? Dude, what is this? gotta be shitting me. I'm so over. I'm so over this shit. Okay. God. What the fuck? Alright, you guys, we will be back tomorrow with Crimson Desert. Let's see. Sadly, I will not get to play it tomorrow morning. I have to head out of town to go to a doctor's appointment. But, yeah, there we go. As soon as I get back... Oh, shit. I've got to... I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. But I'm out of here. I hope you guys all have a happy, safe, and wonderful night. I bit the back of my tongue really hard, so it's all swollen right now. That's why it sounds weird when I talk. So, what's up, Connor? Yep. All right. You guys have a happy, safe, and wonderful night, and I will catch you guys tomorrow with Crimson Desert. Until then, you guys have a great